technology. Welcome back, everybody, to the everyday madness of my life. To start the new year, I'm gonna drink a coffee first. Okay, let's come back to the topic of this week's episode. I know, like, a lot of people are concerned about, like, shall I go abroad, shall I not go abroad, blah blah blah. And one of the big reasons why people don't go abroad is because they don't speak the language. So this episode is all about how can you survive in another country when you don't speak the language. Let's just count. Okay, tip number 1. Did you ever realize in how little situations you actually need the language? I mean, like, I recently went to the shopping mall and I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just doing my thing, went to the cashier. Yeah, basically, like, there were like some numbers on the display and I knew how much I have to pay. I think it was episode 6 as well, when I just arrived. It was the first day when I arrived in Braga. I went to the supermarket, and when you want to buy stuff, you can just look at the pictures, basically. So there's not much magic about it. Another thing is public transportation. You can write down where you have to go, right? There's something called Google Maps, and then you can just take down the metro stop, look up for the metro stop, and see how you get there. And as well for the bus traveling, like, they always have like a sign in front where they're going, where they stop, so there's a super easy way around it. It's not that different when you go to another country, when, you know. Yeah, for like another example was like a few days ago I bought like 500 grams of meat and I don't speak Portuguese and the guy behind the counter doesn't speak English. So what I did was, like, I pointed at the beef that I wanted and I said like 500 grams. I was just like, and he was like, okay. Then I got my meat, you know, like, without much speaking. And tip number 2, when you stay, for example, longer on an exchange, you always have the chance to take part of a language course, or you can go online. There's the site called Duolingo that I can only recommend. Like, you can find the link in the description. For example, I learned, like, what I know in Portuguese now, I learned from this website. Which is not much, but it's enough to get me like a coffee, a beer, that I can order my food, for example, like the basics. I cannot do a conversation, but I can, like, get around, you know. Like, as a tip maybe as well, what I realized is when you go into a situation where you don't speak the language, when you just try to, like, even if you're completely wrong, you know, I was ordering, I think I wanted a drink, no, I think I wanted bread, and I ordered a drink, you know, like, and she was looking at me like, what the fuck? And she knew, okay, like, I'm not from here. So they jump in and offer you to help with English, for example. Which is always a better way, because this way you are, like, psychologically, like, you're in the weak position and they feel better because they are able to help you. Which is a way more positive feeling than going in with English directly and asking for directions on whatever. It's like, it's just a very slight, subtle thing. I always try to, like, go and ask, like, if I know I'm asking for the words, you know, then I'm gonna ask for my coffee, like the bread, you know, like, whatever it is. Tip number 3, when it comes to serious stuff, registering at a bank, registering at the university, in the city council, you know, like, doing financial stuff. Usually in the country, I'm not sure about every country, but usually there are people, so-called locals, who actually speak the language and English. So they could help you getting the stuff you need and actually, like, making sure that it's the right stuff. When I went, for example, registering here, like, I just went with my roommate, my flatmate. She just did everything. Like, she was, okay, like, this is the guy, blah 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 blah, and then I was registered. And in a lot of university situation, when you go as a student, a lot of universities offer buddy programs. So you usually have someone who is on location, and you can, like, ask for, like, exactly this kind of stuff that they help you. So if you have a chance to go abroad and, like, sign up for a buddy program, it's, like, a great help. Yeah, but I think this is, like, maybe, like, 3 little tips of how you could survive. And honestly, like, if you go to another country, you don't have to be afraid of not speaking the language. Like, even if you just speak very broken English, that you can always, like, with hand and feet, you can only, like, always make it to explain what you want. I always say, like, there's always a way to make it, to handle it. Yeah, I mean, like, just don't let like this language situation be an excuse to not go. Yeah, I think these were like 3 tips, and I hope you like them. Yeah, right now, as a little secret already, some changes are coming to the blog, like, for this year. This is, like, one of the last episodes, maybe, like, in this format. I'm so looking forward for it. I don't really want to tell too much what it is. Yeah, let's see what's going on, and thanks for watching, and yeah.